Kellie Jay Keen, you're here in Ireland for the Countess event today. What will you be speaking about?
Oh gosh, the whole thing from start to finish. So why I got involved, why language is really important, how we must really hold the line, why we must be acutely aware of politicians who seem like they're saying the right thing but aren't really, and how we undo this, how we unbake this cake.
And the issue of men, in particular, men who have a history of sexually assaulting women in being housed in women's jails, it's contentious in the UK and Ireland right now. What do you think about that? And do you think that it's possible that those kind of laws that will be reversed?
I think it's impossible to imagine how it happened in the first place, and how anyone's justifying it. So yeah, of course, I think this, look, lies don't last, and these have been lasting a long time, and they're supported and they're well funded, but they can't last because they're lies. So I think it will end.
And you're obviously a very high profile activist in the excuse me, in the sphere of women's rights, and advocating for sex-based rights too for women and girls. But I have to ask you about the Cass report. Were you impressed by it? Were you surprised by anything in it, or what was your overall view?
I think upon the release of the Cass report, we were better off than we were the day before, but she repeatedly uses language of the activists. Like, I have a lot of criticisms, but overall I think she provoked a lot of conversations, and so that can only be a good thing. It just doesn't go far enough.
Would you think that people who may have been on the fence about these issues might perhaps change their minds in light of those discoveries, or do you think that perhaps maybe they were already kind of?
I think that there might be some people who had previously thought that what we were doing to children had been well researched and well evidenced, and living under some sort of delusion that we have really good medical ethics in the UK. So they may be changed. There may be a shift for those people, but I mean, I don't know. Can people ever really think that it's okay to block puberty? And if so, can you ever be convinced that it's not? Because it's just insane. So that's, the Cass review, I think, what it will do is it will inspire conversations, and it will allow some people who are cowards to actually break cover and say that they don't agree with mutilating children and irreversibly harming them.
And one final question, if you don't mind. There was quite a vocal protest out here today outside the event. I did try to ask some of the participants why they were protesting, and they said things like, well, there's Nazis in there, and yeah, that you're not a feminist, and as if that was, obviously they meant it in a derogatory sense. But what would you say to people like that who accuse you of being a Nazi?
I genuinely don't think I take them seriously. I don't think we can afford to take people seriously who say such stupid things. But I think it's very much in keeping with deluded children who come and stand out and give up a Saturday morning to protest a group of women talking about our rights.